What's up? We have some sort of audio panel here. Not exactly sure what it is, but I guess it's a IYRIQ, whatever the hell that is. Four Sorge 8 zone distribution module, and it kind of goes like this. It looks like it's just like kind of like a hub actually. That's what it looks like. So, but I'm thinking it's probably, well, it's an audio hub. But I didn't realize they use RJ45 for these things, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, that's what it looks like on the backside. And this shouldn't be too hard of a repair. So basically, you have all these little RJ45 jacks in here, and two of them kind of came loose. So as you can see, these two go in here like this. And basically, we're just going to solder them back on, hopefully. Because it's a pretty tight space, and I'll show you under a microscope. So this is what it looks like under a microscope. Looks like there's two pads missing, which kind of sucks. And I don't even know if that's ground or not. So let me just test this to see if it's ground or not. Okay, so that is ground, so that's fine. So essentially we can probably just, there's like a little nub there, which I guess we can probably just run it to there. If not, then we'll just jump it here or something like that, or whatever. It might even be possible that maybe this is ground too. It's not. Okay, so that kind of works, but that's just like a very little thing. So hopefully that'll be okay. So this one is kind of popping up a little bit. So I think what we're going to probably do is just, well, we'll check all these for him, and it looks like everything else is good. Looks like it's probably just those three. Probably just a little too much force or something like that. So yep. So it looks like just those three plugs, and this one's only really the two ground ones, so it's not a huge problem. So we're gonna put some flux on it, tin it, run a little jumper from here to these two pins, put some green stuff on it. Same with this one. This one's got a little more attached to it. And that's it. Alright, so let's do that. So, flux is muy importante. So, and it is a pretty tight space actually. So, let's just do this one first. And I think I'm actually gonna bust out my my knife tip here. So I think this is C105 112. I think that's what it is. That's what I'm gonna use. Just because it's a little bit bigger. So that's what it looks like. Alright, it's not a whole lot to it. Let's see if we can tin this a little bit too, maybe. Okay, that's tinned. That's not too bad. Alright, so now we have this little nub right here with the traces still attached to them, so we're just going to tin this as well. We get all the old stuff off, tin it. Make sure there are no bridges. Really want to put a little flux on these too. Okay, so that's good. Okay, that's good. And then yeah, there's not a whole lot to it really. Just pop this back on. There's like a little thing that kind of holds it in place. See this little nub right here? There should be a slot right here, and we just kind of pop it in, make sure it sits in place. Oh, that's not the wrong slot. It's actually this slot right here. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna turn my music down a little bit so that YouTube doesn't flag it. YouTube flags it and says, hey, this is copyrighted material, so they will get a cut of everything, but I don't even advertise my stuff, so it's not a big deal. Never truly understood the advertising. through YouTube because they make a killing off that stuff, and I just don't think it's very. I don't know. I guess everybody does it. Whatever. There's a kid that makes. What does that kid make? Like 27 million per year, or something like that. Highest grosser on YouTube. Did you see that, Sanji? Some kid that sells reviews toys. Did you see it? Yeah. You know who it is? Oh, are you serious? Yeah. Anyways, the kid's making a killing. Well, probably the parents. You probably don't know the difference. But Ryan's Toys Review, and he has his own line of stuff now that sells in Walmart or something like that, whatever it is. Killing it, man. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing microsoldering? We should be selling toys. 27 million a year doing this, man. That's insane, dude. So, no, maybe I'm wrong. I think it's like 22 million. I think that's what it is. Even still. Even still. Okay, so I mean, there's not a whole lot to this. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. You really just want to make sure it doesn't come back to you. You know, you want to give this guy. You don't want this guy to come back in a year, or even. You don't want this guy to ever come back, basically. So basically, yeah, you know, that's really the goal. You know, the repair is not hard, but you know, if this fails in a few months, then that is bad business. That is bad business, my friend. So how are we gonna fix that? Well, I think green stuff will probably be really good to use. So I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but I'm just using a little isopropyl alcohol right now, and I'm gonna clean it dry. I'm gonna use my blower to blow this sucker out, get all the flux out. But I'll tell you what, with this VS 213 flux, it's money, man. With the NC559, it's like almost impossible to get all the flux off, you know. So with the VS, it's great. I think my AirPods are dying. It makes this damn sound. Okay, let me plug this in. Let me get my right side in, even though I'm not really using it now. But God, I love these AirPods. Talking about, I bust on Apple all the time, but these are the greatest inventions ever. Greatest inventions ever, man. Okay, so that's pretty much good. I'm just gonna kind of test the joints, make sure they're solid, and they are. This one's gonna be wiggly. That one's wiggly. These are wiggly, but we're gonna green stuff it. Okay, let's go to the other one now. Flux the hell out of it. Make sure you don't burn anything. There's plastic all around here, so just want to make sure you don't burn any of the plastic. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Let's clean this mother up right here. flux it. Not a whole lot to this either. Just don't burn the plastic. Okay, that's good. So we will pop this mother on. Pop this mother back on. Kind of jiggle it a little bit. Get our tweezers up in there. It's kind of hard to see actually. Okay, so we'll jiggle it a little bit and then we'll just kind of pop it down. So I'm actually going to use my tweezers here and kind of push down a little bit. I'm actually going to tin my knife tip here. I just want a little bit more on there, just because. Nothing wrong with a little more solder on there. There you go. Nothing wrong with a more solid joint. Okay. Okay, and then we're just going to run a little, whatever, we're going to tin this a little bit, if we can. There you go. And then we just run another jumper. I'm just going to use a dirty jumper. And then we're just going to do the exact same thing. I'm just trying not to burn the plastic at this point. I mean, everything else is fairly routine here. Okay. You want to return this thing and then have the plastic all jacked up. Alright, and then we'll do a bend, and we'll break it off or something like that later. Yeah, there you go. Alright, I think we're in business. Let's break that off, clean it up. I don't know if the green stuff will even help this, but I think, yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Put the green stuff on. But let's go first things first, which is to clean this mother. Clean all the VS213 flux off of this MRIPper. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna get a clean Q-tip and just kind of wipe all the stuff off. This is good. I think we're pretty much good. Let's just dry it all off, really. Dry it all off, dry it all off. It's important to get it all dry. So I need a little more IPA right there. Looks like there's a little more flux right there. Flux residue. Let's get this mother off. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Clean. I would blow some heat up in there, but might burn stuff, so I'm not gonna do that. Alright, that's pretty good. So I just want to make sure this doesn't short out anywhere, so let's just kind of do that. And then I think we're just gonna flood this mother with green stuff. Yeah, let's just flood it with green stuff. What I really need is like a dropper or something like that to administer this flux. Let's see. Okay, so the green stuff, here it is right here. Okay, so this is pretty much going to harden like a rock once I apply some UV light on it. And hopefully it'll hold everything in place. This is when I should actually use my little plunger to apply it, because I should be able to put enough green stuff on here that coming out of it. Anyways, let's just I think we just put it all over, because you know these things shouldn't be popping up regardless. So anyways, let's just put it all over, and that'll help it a little bit at least. Like I said, the goal is to not have this guy come back ever. Okay, so I think maybe we'll just start there, see how it goes. So apply some UV light. Okay, so what does it look like? Hard yet? Kind of. It's hard, but a little juicy still. Okay, that's pretty hard. I wonder if I can just put this pink stuff that I have, pink solder mask. It's still like kind of juicy. Maybe I shouldn't have put so much. Like, they're still liquid. So if the green stuff is underneath of something, then it'll never get the UV light required to make it hard. So it's better to just put a really thin layer on there, I think. I could also put this pink stuff that I have on here that doesn't require UV light. So, look, see the juice coming out of that right there? That's not good. Taking a little longer than I expected. Okay, so should I try the pink stuff? No, maybe not. Alright, let's just go with this. We'll just put a lighter coating this time. On this one at least. And we'll just do it on these. Like that. I should probably just reflow the other ones for him. Anyways, let's get these first and then I'll reflow it after that. I should maybe even use like some lead free solder or something like that. Yeah. 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 Yes. Yes. Just check that little white thing. See if there's a crack on it or anything like that. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, so that's pretty solid. Maybe. Solid enough. So, thinner layer. Pretty solid. And then I'm actually going to put some flux on it, I think. And reflow those because that look, part of the tabs are breaking off, so. And I do have some harder solder here, so maybe maybe that's better or something. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna add anything weird to it. So let's just go in here, add a little flux, and then touch these up as well. I need more flux. I think we're good there. Clean that up, and then we will do the last one. Okay. It's not really that exciting, is it? I'd probably say no. Anyways, let me check my email while this thing is curing. Let's see. Oh, is it really? That's. Hold up, do you have to replace it, or can you just run a jumper? Just replace it? Okay, that's fine. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so I think we're good here. Yeah, everything's good. It is cured. I'll probably cure it again, because there's usually some juices here. This is pretty good right here, though. This still kind of wiggles a little bit. Alright, so we're pretty much good to go here. Just do a little more curing. And then we're back in business, and then I'm gonna tell the guy to come pick it up. So I think we're good. Alright, alright, while this is working, you guys will just stare at that knob right there while I answer this email. Okay. Man, what time is it? Oh, it's time to roll out of here. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so I think this is good to go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is good to go. Well, maybe not. I think you can't really put too much on here, otherwise it just doesn't work too well. Alright. So exciting. This is so exciting. Alright, let me clean up here, give it a few more seconds. Then I'm going to reassemble it. It's still like gooey, man. Come on. Let's do this. Alright. No, that's pretty hard now. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, I think we're in business. Alright, let's just reassemble this thing and then we'll call it a day. Yeah. Just look in the back there. Or, you know what? This might have it too. Alright, so I think we're good. So this is what it looks like right here, and hopefully this thing, well, it still kind of wiggles a little bit, man. That really sucks. This is really poor design, actually. Like, why does this wiggle? Look at this. I mean, that's, well, this one's actually really solid right here. But this one, and this one, they all wiggle. That's not good, man. But I think it's just a poor design. I mean, there should not be any room here to wiggle. So I guess I'll probably just tell them to just be gentle. Everything is good right now, but let's see, yeah, everything is pretty good. I mean, everything is back on and stuff like that, but it's definitely not solid. So, but that's a design flaw. So, anyways, that's what it looks like. We're gonna call it a day. Links. There you go, like that. So I just wanted to say thank you for watching this channel, and I wanted to promote our online microsoldering course. We have it hosted at udemy.com, and it's at this point it's 4 hours of video instruction. The reviews are pretty good, and we talk about everything from the basics of an iPhone logic board, and then we have a section on ZXW tools. We have a little section about how to set up your hot air rework station, your microsoldering station, and how to use diode mode. The third part is the 3 most common repairs, which is no touch, no backlight, no charge. And the fourth part is all about data recovery. So if you go through our website, it's $100, and some people say that learning online is not the best way of doing things, or you can't learn microsoldering online. I beg to differ. I don't know about you guys, but I started watching YouTube videos when I first started about 3 years ago, and that's how I learned it. And not only that, but you know, you go to a live course. Some people like live courses, but not everybody has $3,000 to spend on a live course, right? So, and then yes, you're right. You can go to YouTube and watch all these videos, but you're not gonna. When people make these videos, they don't go from A to Z. They usually start from somewhere in the middle because they assume that you watched something earlier on, or one of their earlier videos. So this course is all-encompassing. It has everything from A to Z to help you get started in microsoldering, and we are adding stuff on a weekly, maybe monthly basis, and we're just gonna keep adding to this thing. And so if you want to get started, just, I mean, you could also take a class, but you know, to get your feet wet, I think this is the best thing to do right here, and I vouch for it. Thanks for watching the video. I was also going to say, in order to buy it with a discount, $50 discount, just go to microsoldering.com, click on store, and then it's going to be the first item on here. Just click on buy at Udemy, and they'll give you the $50 off. Thanks.